Joel?
Hey, guys, how are you?
Joel? Have you lost your mind, Joel?
A little bit.
Joel, you didn't like us?
Joel, no, I think
you gotta be upfront with it. You just didn't like us, right?
You guys didn't like me. You didn't like the article?
What?
Well, did you get mad because we kicked you out?
No, there was nothing going on.
At what point did you decide you were, like, annoyed with us or pissed off, at me especially? Where did it hit? Was it upstairs in the conference room during the hour and a half that we talked and gave a very, articulate description of things that happen on this program?
I found you guys charming.
Charming. Joel.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Joel.
Hey.
Joel.
Anthony only got...
How many quotes did you get from me?
Oh.
Wasn't there a lot, like upstairs, you were asking questions about, how we got started in radio, how we feel about our audience, how the audience feels about us and why they feel that way. And, I could think of dozens of things that I was quoted on that I believe I gave pretty good answers to.
Yeah, but I only had 5 paragraphs, and that was a little boring.
Oh, that was boring?
A little bit.
All right. Then why'd you ask the questions in the first place?
I was hoping you'd say something a little more funny.
I don't think... Funny? Joel, you're asking me questions about the show and the audience and why it appeals to the demo that we are number one in, and I gave you all those answers, Joel.
No, it was helpful. It was interesting. It was fine.
There was nothing... You used nothing from anything we said upstairs. Not one thing. But you include... Now, I'm in Time Magazine, finally. I make Time Magazine.
But the last quote was from upstairs.
Here's the only thing that is followed by Anthony says. Here it is. Look how hot they're getting, and that's an old picture about Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
You were commenting on the Olsen twins poster that's hanging in our office.
In the office. As like he was walking out of our office, and I'm like, because we had talked about the poster on the air, I'm like, look at that, huh? The Olsen twins. Aren't they getting hot? And that's it. That is my entire contribution to the Time Magazine article, Joel.
It was your best quote.
No, my best quote. Nothing else I said was worthy of being in Time Magazine.
I got to admit, when we were upstairs, the 3 of us, Opie did all the talking.
But you are so full of crap.
Opie, you backing me on this?
Please, if you could give me the tape. And I could listen back to the tape that you had rolling.
We would love
upstairs. I would love to play it.
We would love to play the tape on the air.
I didn't tape it, remember? I was just writing it down.
He didn't tape it.
But you are a quiet guy off the air.
You are so full of crap. I swear to God, I was... Oh, my God.
Opie is the alpha dog in that relationship between the two of you.
What's an alpha dog?
No, as far as maybe handling a lot of the phone calls we get, as far as, a business and stuff like that, yeah, Opie takes the lead on that. Sure.
Joel, honestly, I thought we talked about the same up there.
Really? No. On the air, Anthony comes to life, but, when you guys were sitting there, he's just kind of quiet.
Oh, my God.
But that's all you got out of him?
Yeah, he didn't say that much.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'll show you my notebooks. It's like Opie.
Maybe you're just infatuated with Opie. What can I say? I don't know, because you know something? I was answering everything. I was right out there.
You were like,
saying
Opie's right.
Opie's right? You're so full of... suck me, man, because I swear to God, Opie's right.
Maybe you're just conserving your energy for the show or something.
But... Hey. Do you know which one's Opie and which one's Anthony? Did you figure that out?
Anthony's the quiet one.
Because I sure as crap hope maybe you tune in to the Fox thing.
I'd be happy to.
Where I was talking.
You were talking.
I know I was talking upstairs. Holy God.
I'm sure when the camera's on, I'm sure if I had a tape recorder, you would have come alive.
Hey, Joel, you're not trying to split us up, are you?
No, why? You can't split you two up, can you?
No.
He just happens to be a little more quiet.
Quiet. I was quiet?
You were charming. You were nice.
Stop it.
In fact, I'd say you were nicer than Opie, but you were just a little quiet.
Oh, that's true. Joel, are you doing a bit right now?
No, I swear. I went through my notes. I was like, all I got is him calling Ashley a goer.
Yeah, that's it.
I must say, we've done a lot of interviews lately, and we both talk a lot.
Get another guy get the Rolling Stone guy on the phone. I want to talk to him. I want to talk
Ask
to
him who the quieter one is.
Okay, good. Do that. I want to talk because I think you were on some kind of drugs. You had to be on some kind of narcotics and not really know maybe who was talking at what time or something. Because I swear to God, I was yapping like a friggin' idiot.
No, I know that which one's which. Opie is the blonde one with the good skin.
No, I know. Oh, okay, there you go. He's being a dick. Oh, my God.
Joel, what's your problem?
You weren't. You might not have been paying attention.
Joel.
Yeah.
It sounds like you don't like us.
No, I had a great time. Was the article really that uncomplimentary? You just wanted more Anthony?
Well, now,
he didn't like
now
me.
you're like trashing Anthony.
I didn't like. No, he just didn't like me for some reason. That's fine.
I liked you better. You were just quieter.
No, I'm not even agreeing with
he
that.
doesn't like me because I told him he had to get out of the studio.
Yeah.
But Joel, I mean, do you like us? Do you like the show? Because I thought going into this, you said you were kind of a fan of the show.
I do. I think I called you guys clever. I said you did some funny stuff.
Yeah, but you didn't really. No? You didn't really go into that in the article. You quickly said
Well, it was 4 or 5 paragraphs long.
It's a page.
One quote. Look how hot they're getting. That's it.
No, I said you guys were funny. Come on, you didn't expect that kind of treatment for time. You expected us to say that you were like dirty and gross, didn't you?
No, at least like, how about when we were talking about the show?
I think what Ant's getting at, Joel, like the article.
I know what Anthony's getting at. He wanted more quotes in the piece.
No. The article started off kind of funny. You know, you explained the frat atmosphere, and you talked about the Olsen twins poster, which, you know what, we have senses of humor. We thought, oh wow, that's kind of funny and a good way to start the article. But then I think what's getting Anthony is that there's nothing else that he said.
What if you weren't? What if we said that you couldn't have even hung out on the show or in the office, and all you had was what we said up in the?
I would have used it, but it would have been a less interesting article.
Oh, really?
And it would have been all Opie quotes.
All right. Well, you know something? I don't even have a problem with that. The problem is the only quote you choose is a little off comment thing I said in the office for fun.
It was funny.
And then there's nothing else in there. And you were asking all kinds of questions about everything. And we answered them, and I thought, gee, silly me. It was interesting, but oh well. Oh well.
No, I was hoping you guys would like the article.
It sucks ass, Joel. It just sucks.
I'm pretty happy that we're in Time Magazine.
Opie seems to like the article a lot.
No, I'm happy that we're in Time Magazine.
Okay.
Oh, I love the fact that we're in Time.
All right.
All right, well, I'm sorry you guys didn't like it.
Okay.
It was interesting.
All right.
Okay.
The bosses hated it.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because there's, I mean, all kidding aside, there's a lot to the show. Of course we do the TNA. Of course we get in your face and stuff, but we do a lot of other things as well.
No, I talked about that, the silent treatment bit and the guy who, with the woman for the NSYNC tickets.
That was about
Hey,
it.
Marco. Come on, I listed some of your bits.
And then there's words in here I've never heard before.
The Jay Moore thing about the...
Oh, yeah, why didn't you ask us about the full-blown AIDS song? We would have talked about that for 15 minutes.
I said, if you guys ever done anything more offensive than that, and you said no, that was probably it.
Yeah, but Jay Moore really had nothing to do with that. He just happened to be in the studio that day.
Yeah, Opie's right.
He was singing it.
Thanks, Andrew. He barely sung that. It was actually Stephen Lynch and Mike DiNicola that wrote that.
It takes a lot of words to explain who those guys are, though.
Yeah, but then you're not telling the truth.
I'm not telling the whole truth. I had 5 paragraphs. Jay Moore was a part of it.
And we're number one all the time, not just often.
Oh, they added all that after I left on Saturday.
What? On Saturday?
They wanted to add some rating stuff, and they left me messages. I didn't get them.
Oh, there you go.
All right.
Sorry about that, though.
All right.
Good.
Well, thanks, Joel.
All right. Good job.
No, you didn't like it.
Great job.
Can't wait to be in Rolling Stone magazine. When is the Rolling Stone article coming out?
Wait till it's printed before you praise that.
Yeah, count the Anthony quotes in that one.
Look, I don't even care about the counting of quotes, Joel. You're missing the whole point. The thing is, there's one quote in there. I wouldn't care if there was just one quote. That's the only one. After an hour and a half of listening to your same effing questions everyone else asks us, because you don't have a brain in your head to think up an original effing question, you tool, that we answer everything you say, and you decide it's too boring. Next time I'll juggle and answer your stupid friggin' questions. Or I'll pull a rabbit out of a hat or something. Unbelievable. Ugh, they're all the same. They're all the same. Next time, come up with more interesting questions.
I liked Ashley's a goer. I thought that was a great quote.
Yeah, it's a great, fun little quote. It's great. and then that's all there is in here.
What, you wanted to say something deep?
No, I wanted to answer your questions, and I did that. I thought I did it very well, aside from just saying, yeah, what Opie said. That's right, Anthony. Yeah. Do you know each of us try to steer clear from ever doing that? It's like in our head not to do that because it comes off sounding stupid. That's right, Anthony. That's what I think, too. My God.
We're both individuals that work together.
One's just a quiet one.
Right, the quiet one.
I can't... This is the first time I've ever thought of Anthony being quiet when it comes to, like, being...
I don't know. Maybe he's being confused at who he was interviewing. Maybe he was talking to two other people.
When we were on Extra, I didn't say a word, and Anthony talked the whole damn time.
Well, you know, when you left for lunch and I was with Anthony alone, he was funny, and he said the stuff about the Olsen twins, and on the air he's funny, but when he's in the room with you alone, he gets kind of intimidated or something.
Oh, yeah, that must be it, Joel.
That's exactly it.
Try that game. Good job.
People have been trying that game for years with us.
Maybe when you're in a room with a writer that actually can write, maybe you get frustrated. We'll have to see. Ugh.
Well, I'm sorry, guys. I didn't know you'd be this sensitive.
All right, Joel.
All right, good luck with those.
Thank you.
All right, bye.
Eat me. Jack off, douche. Ugh. What a tool.
With the chimp on the cover.
Oh, they were boring. Well, I'm answering your questions. The same goddamn questions every other writer asks us. So he sits there and waits until maybe we're in the office or on the air. Like I said, what if we didn't even let him in here? Which, you know something? He ruined it for every other god-effing reporter.
No.
Screw him.
No, because the guy from Rolling Stone, he hung for the whole show. And he was cool.
Well, we'll see if he was cool.
Yeah, we'll see.
No, we'll see.
You're right.
We will see.
You're right.
You know why? Because they're two-faced pieces of crap that come off looking like, hey, I'll be a good guy. I'm hanging out. Look, we're hanging. We're having fun. I'll come into the office. Yeah, fine. And then he turns around. He's just a smug, elite prick, friggin' writing tool jerk-off.
The phones are going nuts, but we have to take a break.
Ass.
We'll go to the phones next. All right?
Okay, Opie. That's right, Opie. Oh, my dear, sweet Jesus.
Don't get mad at me. I enjoyed the article. I thought it was cute. It was cute.
Great. Boy, don't lose sleep waiting for that book deal, Joel.
Ugh. I thought it was informative, Ant.
Informative?
A good representation of what we do.
If I can quote from the article, Opie, look how hot they're getting, and that's an old picture. Anthony says.
I thought it was an eye-opener.
If that guy wasn't friggin' hot for your ass, I'm on drugs.
Easy.
Hey, Opie, no, hold on. I'm not bashing you.
Easy.
No, shut up. Don't take this the wrong way. Opie,
Easy.
Hold on. I'm not saying anything about you. It's nothing reflection of you, period. All I'm saying is this guy had a hard-on for you.
We might have to go 60 feet underwater, my friend.
I'm not saying anything about you. It's not your fault if a gay man wants to have sex with you.
We don't know if Joel Stein's gay.
I wasn't calling Joel gay. I was saying if a gay guy came over and was hot for you, it's no reflection on your masculinity.
Look at my picture.
I'm just saying.
There's no hotness
It seemed to
there.
me he was a little taken with Opie.
What's hot about that picture? There's nothing hot about it.
You ever go, you come on, you go to a bar sometimes, and there's a chick, and you know she digs your friend, and you're invisible there, you might as well be just saying, yeah, Opie's right. Yeah, what Opie said. You know what I mean? I think the guy was a little hot for you.
You're so far from the truth, because I'm very intimidating in these situations, because I'm a dick.
Maybe he likes to be dominated by men. All I'm saying is the guy, listening to him talk, it sounded like he had a little soft spot for
Let me tell you something. This is the guy's honest truth. He was in here, right, doing the article, and I finally was like, I just don't want him in here. Mm-hmm. And I think you and I discussed it. I was the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy, and
you name me.
I stood up, and I was like 3 feet from his face. I'm like, Joel, you get enough? Because, we want, could you leave? Mm-hmm. And I could tell that he was pissed off and not happy about it.
Yeah, because you took his advances and slapped him in the face. All of a sudden, you're kicking him out. Sure, that's going to hurt. It's going to hurt bad. Joel Stein, kiss it.